Welcome back to LearnWire. In this video, we're going to be going over Riku AI, a new software that has been launched on AppSumo. Now, this one is a AI generation platform, but it is doing it in a completely new and different way than any of the other AI writing tools have done. This one is focused mainly on actually using all of these sources that all these tools are using and putting together and building their own framework and building their own workflows, right? They're using all this same technology. Well, Riku is kind of merging the two together and allowing people an easy interface to be able to pull from all these other platforms, this open AI generation and all this technology, and you're able to use the APIs from those platforms to pull into Riku and then have a pretty nice looking interface to be able to build your own prompts and your own content generation prompts and tools, right? So if for those of you that are a little techie and would like to get a little bit more involved with and try to hone in on exactly what you want to write for your business, then this tool is going to work great for you. There will be a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to getting started with it. It's not too bad, and there is a big community that you will be able to borrow from and reach out to and get advice on how to create good content generation AI prompts. Now, it does have 14 reviews. It's going for 5 tacos right now. It's got a really low price point at $49. It's a lifetime deal, and you're going to get lifetime access to Riku.ai. All the updates. I mean, this is very new, very infant in its debut, and it's probably only going to get better and better. I believe it is a small startup from a single owner. So you do have to just kind of notate that as well, that it's not a team of 50 people or something like that. It's a small startup project, and basically it allows you to have a central aggregated playground for creating AI prompts from leading technologies, right? I'm going to show you all that in just a second. Now, the coolest part about this is that one of the 4 leading technologies is unlimited GPT-J technology within the Riku AI web application. Now, GPT-J, I believe, is just a higher quality, the latest tech out there from GPT-3. It's actually the upgraded version of that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but that, from what I read, GPT-J is actually a string up on GPT-3. So that's really cool. And I don't know how they're doing this or how they're paying for this. Or if this is just completely open source, so it doesn't matter, but you're getting unlimited GPT-J, so you could just solely use GPT-J on this platform and you wouldn't have to pay anything. So in a sense, you are getting unlimited content with this, if you look at it that way. Now, the other 3 technologies will eventually, I believe you would have to end up paying for. Now, I know I believe it's the OpenAI requires you to pay right off the bat. So there's one of them. I was able to sign up for 3 of the 4, and I'll show you that in a minute. There's the founder right here. You can read through this, and you can read some of the reviews. Looking good, going for 49. So we're going to go and jump in real quick. Now, just so you know that there is a free 5-day trial if you did want to go to the site and you just try to sign up. You are going to have to put in a credit card, and you can cancel that. But they are requiring a credit card to sign up. So that usually a lot of people don't want to try, mess with all that, right? A lot of people are just going to want to decide if this is right for them, and they'll just pay the $49 one time and just be done with it. If you don't do that, then it's going to be $20 a month. So you can see what the value of this actually is. After you paying a monthly membership to it, you'd already have $40 that you'd be investing into the tool. You could just pay one time at $49 and just be done with it and have unlimited one time, right? So the sign up process was a little confusing. You have to actually go sign up, and then it makes you sign up for a paid account. Then it sends you a code. Then you have to go and redeem that code. So the sign up process is actually not the easiest sign up process. I'm just going to point that out. but nonetheless, we figured it out, right? So here's what it looks like when you come into the dashboard. Now, this is is this the dashboard? Yeah. So you're going to see you have OpenAI, you have Cohere, and then you have A121 and GPTJ. Now, GPTJ is the one that you get unlimited access to, and you can make an unlimited amount of prompts using just this technology. And this technology is great. So you may not want or need any of the other three. I went ahead and just tried to sign up for all of them. I was easily able to sign up to OpenAI and A121, and they're also going to have limited characters free per month, like 30,000 characters per month, which is hardly anything, right? So you're just going to have to know that. If you want these other ones, you're going to end up having to pay for. Cohere, you have to actually pay for up front before you can even sign up to it anyway. So just pointing that out. Right here, you can watch the tutorial. It's a 7-minute video that'll explain everything to you, kind of how to get started. Your API settings, you click right there and you just copy and paste and put those in there. So I had all of these signed up within literally 10 minutes or less. No big deal. But I will show you some of what this, like Cohere, this is the site, right? And then you come in here, and then we got to this point where it wanted me to put my credit card information in, and I did not want to do that. So I'm going to pass on that for now. Then let's see, that was the wrong site. Then you had this one over here, OpenAI, for the GPT-3 access. And we signed that one up right there. And then you have A121 Labs right here that we went and signed up for as well. So we're back here on the platform. Now, if you wanted to go in and actually start creating your own, I started dabbling with this a little bit. And I tried to take one of the community ones, and you can actually just recreate it and change it yourself. You can actually change the different technologies right here as well that you're going to go for. So this is the playground where you're going to kind of literally play around with code and different people's different prompts and come up with your own prompts. And there's different settings over here that you can mess with the amount of output. You can mess with the temperature, which means the higher up, the more creative the content's going to be. You can come down here. I tried to create one. I'm going to go to my prompts real quick. Blog paragraph from topic, right? I was going to try to create that one, and I did something wrong, so it didn't really actually output anything for me. So we're going to go back, and we'll check that out in a minute. We're going to go in and spend most of our time in the community showcase because everyone has already put in a bunch of prompts for us. So that's what you're going to be familiar with when you go into tools like PepperType and Jasper and other tools like that, Word Hero. You're going to see where you're going to kind of get a different look and kind of kind of peeling the onion back and actually seeing what some of those other platforms, how they were able to develop their software, right? And you could actually use Riku to API and build your own code into your own software. And so this really does open the door up to people that are not necessarily like coders, but you could actually, this opens the door up for you to actually create your own AI generation software and website if you really wanted to. Now, we're going to come back through here. You can contact us over here. You have supporting documents over here. He does have a YouTube channel and Facebook and Twitter. So there's all that good stuff. It's just a really simple interface. And you don't have the ability to turn this to white or black. It's just all on the dark. So it is easier on the eyes. That is nice. So we're going to go in here to the main part, in my opinion, is the community showcase. And you're going to see all these different prompts that are being created. Now you can come over here and you can search for something like if I type in blog, then anything that has to do with blogs are going to show up right here. So we have blog ideas from a product, blog ideas and outlines. I used this one and it was really cool. Blog conclusions, blog title and full outline. Let's see, blog title and outline, blog title and full outline. I used one of these, right? And they're both using A121. But they're probably both very similar. They're both using the same technology and they're both doing a title and an outline. Awesome blog intros. I just got done testing that one out and it was cool as well. And you can see this guy's creating a lot of them, the Stuart Lansdale. So now we can delete blog and then you can come over here and just go by technology. Technology OpenAI. If we just click on that, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 community ones. Now I imagine this is going to get way bigger than it actually is. You can tell that this is just infancy, only been open for a few days on AppSumo. It just got launched. So there's not a ton in here and I'm sure there's going to be a ton very quickly, but you can see right here, there's 9 right here for the AI, the A121. And you can look through here. You can do cover letters, and you can do another blog title and outline, online course descriptions, and sports factual trivia, and follow your passion, and so forth. Then we can go with Cohere. There's only a couple here, and this doesn't surprise me because Cohere is the one that you literally do have to pay for even just to use. I really wanted to try this one out right here, paragraph from a topic, but I'm not going to sign up. Did not want to pay today for this, but that one looks really cool. GPTJ, of course, there's going to be more GPTJs than anything else because this is the one that comes with it. That's cool. There's a YouTube description intro. Reviews for video games, some specific stuff like song lyrics and idea, fictional story plots, short profile biographies, and talk as a pirate, English to Chinese, call to action buttons, and backlink email proposals, business tips. So pretty cool stuff. So we're going to go in and test some of this stuff out. So one of these that I want to test out was, let's see over here. It is right here. I'm going to click on this blog ideas from a product. Now it'll give you a little from the author of the actual prompt. Sometimes blogging about an e-commerce product is super difficult. You can't think of a title and nothing. You can only think of a title and nothing else, and it gets done. This prompt is effective at solving that problem in giving you a title you can use. What is your product called? Give details of your product. Okay, so I'm not really sure. I'm just going to go and grab something from one of my e-commerce sites. So here's a title. And then I'm going to just put them both in there. And then we're going to go with 4, and then I'm going to push execute prompt. So it's saying the product name could be Thanksgiving Conversation Starter 60-pack, Thanksgiving Family. Product, silly stickers. Product name, silly stickers. Make your kids laugh. Product name, holiday gifts that are easy to find. Great. So I'm not really sure what it's doing there for us. We could go back to this and we could just say that this is a fitness watch. So let's just say it's a fitness watch, and this is a waterproof fitness watch. And I'm just going to say 3 and just see what this comes up with. Blog ideas from a product. Fitness watch review, a blog post on the best fitness watches. 10 fitness watch ideas, a blog post on it. So it's giving us ideas to do a video or blog post based on your title, and it's like from a product. So, okay, I'm going to go back to Community Showcase, and we're going to go through some of these ones that, let's go look at listicle outline real quick. And I have some stuff over here already. I'm going to go and just say, hey, let's give a listicle on an introductory guide to starting a business, a Fiverr business. So the main keyword would be, I guess, that. And this one would be something like starting account creation, and then what gigs to sell, making money each month on Fiverr, something like that. And I'll go 3. And so one thing I'll notice is that it's very fast. It produces the content pretty fast. And so we have these prompts that just got spit out: how to create an account on Fiverr and start selling your services, what types of gigs are popular on Fiverr and how you can sell them, how to make money each month from your Fiverr business, tips for scaling up your business. So it gave 4, and then it gave 4, and then 3 right there. So pretty good listicles. It didn't give us 10 or anything like that, but it did give us some listicles right there. I'm going to go back to the Community Showcase, just try to show you guys as much as I can. Let's see, changing the tone of sentence, blog titles and outlines. So I'm going to actually come back up here and type in outline, because I know that there was a couple of these. So I'm going to say outline up here, and there's a couple, blog title and outline. They're both using A21. Let's see here. So I'm going to go with this full outline one over here, right? And this is where I got this idea for the Fiverr one. So I'm going to say how to make a full-time income on Fiverr. And I'm going to say 3 and enter. So you just type in something as simple as how to make a full-time income on Fiverr, and then it spits out a full outline for you. How to make a full-time income on Fiverr, 5 tips on how to make a full-time income on Fiverr. And then number 1, how to find a niche. Number 2, how to create products. 3, how to promote your work, how to start being consistent, how to successfully market your services. And that one is kind of the same as how to promote your work. And then how to make a full-time income on Fiverr. So then you can keep coming through here. So it gives some decent outlines. So pretty decent stuff. And these are going to only be as good as the code. So right here, if I go and I type in, if I say try now, we can actually open up the code that's causing this to happen. So here's all the code that's happening behind the scenes. And you can write this. You can say, write an existing information blog outline from the following information. Theme, why use an AI writing assistant. And then you have, you're telling it each time what the stop sequence is going to be. And then you're putting in patterns. So everything right here with this AI generation, with all of these different technologies and all these tools that we're buying on AppSumo, they have to do with patterns. The reason why it's able to spit out some really good content right off the bat is because it's going through here, it's going through all this, and then it's going to basically take your input, your new theme, and it's going to put it here at the bottom. So it's just like going like this. It's just like taking this right here, and it's just like saying, okay, so then now we want a new theme, and then it's placing this in right here, right? And then it's going, we're going to put the 3 stops right there, and then boom. If we push enter, it's going to go out there, and it's going to take all the information that it has on hand to make it smart, right? This is like the learning part of it. And then it's taking, okay, so then now our next theme is boom, this. So now it's come up with another list, boom, like this. And then that's where the content and the beauty comes in right there, okay? So that's kind of a little bit what's going on in the background. You can actually come and take any one of these technologies, come through here and actually change it to one of the other ones like GPTJ if you really wanted to. And there's also different plans right there. So I'm going to go back over to Community Showcase real quick and see if there's any more that I wanted to show you. Blog intros, Philosopher, maybe we'll check that one out. Blog conclusions. Yeah, we'll go with the Philosopher AI. And so what it's telling us is this prompt is a lot of fun based on open source work right here. It is always exciting to get a philosophical response to burning questions created with OpenAI DaVinci. All right, so what is the topic you want a response for? Okay, so let's go with how to start. I'm just going to stick with the same topic today. How to start selling services on Fiverr to make a living. Now, I know that this isn't really a philosophical type question, like where do the stars come from, or how far, is the next galaxy, or something like that, right? But I want to see what it'll do, even just from a creative standpoint. I want to see what it'll do with even a more blogish type question that I would actually use in the real world. So let's see what it does. An error occurred. Please check your API. OpenAI, is that one of the ones that I'm not able to use? I'm not sure there. That's interesting. Well, I turned it to 1 and it did work. Huh. Okay, so maybe I have limits on the amount that I can create at one run on the free plan. So, interesting. Let me just zoom in real quick so you guys can see. So we're right here, okay? So, interesting topic. Here is my rather lengthy response. There are many ways to start selling services on Fiverr in order to make a living. The most important thing to have is to have a skill or service that people need or want. Once you have identified that need or want, the next step is to start marketing yourself on Fiverr. You can start by creating a good profile that highlights your skills and services. You can also start creating gigs and offers that detail what you're willing to do with your clients. You can also start promoting your gigs on social media and other online platforms. The key is to be creative and to find ways to research your target. So it's just a massive amount of information. It's really just telling you to promote yourself and you'll make money on Fiverr. So it's really interesting and quite entertaining and funny that it created that much content from the one sentence. So this is actually the most impressive so far, a prompt that I've seen in the community so far. Another thing to keep in mind is that, so it's not done. Another thing to keep in mind is that it takes time and effort to build a successful business on Fiverr. So be patient and keep working hard. The best way to succeed is to provide quality services that exceed the expectations of your clients. Also, make sure to respond to client inquiries and requests quickly and efficiently. The bottom line is that if you are willing to put in the hard work, you can definitely make a living with selling. So every single thing that it's saying right there is actually factual and true in nature. I did sell services on Fiverr, and I can tell you all of this is very important. Responding to the client's questions immediately, or you actually get dinged for that. And it doesn't happen overnight. You don't become rich on Fiverr. All this is true. And it's funny that we just put in one little prompt and it came up with this entire amount of content right here, which is just insane. I actually want to word count this real quick. So it's actually 200 words from just a little sentence. I also want to go over here to Copyscape and just do a Copyscape search real quick. And no results found. All right. So this one's really, really cool. You can see how you could actually use this one to create massive blog posts, or if you are in the middle of using another tool and you need to just really want to kind of go off on a tangent a little bit and go deeper into a topic, this one's actually going to allow you to do that. I wonder what this one actually looks like when we go and click on the Try Now button. And we'll go and see what this looks like. So experimentation drives innovation. We strongly believe that AI technology will be in every business in America by 2030. Use the playground to determine the best model and technology at the best price for your business. That's the playground part. They're using OpenAI, DaVinci, but there's all these other ones specifically to OpenAI. Super cool. You can see the settings that they have on here. They have the temperature turned up pretty high, and so forth. I really don't know what the rest of these other ones mean. I mean, we can hover over them and look at them. How much to penalize new tokens based on their existing frequency in the text so far. So it'll decrease the likelihood of repetition. So, okay. So then right here we have below is a long paragraph generated by a Philosopher AI, which sees the human world from the outside without the prejudices of human experience, fully neutral and objective. The AI sees the world as is. It can so this would be good for product reviews. You want them to be kind of unbiased in nature and just look at the product. So I wonder if this could actually do pretty well with just coming up with some good product review content as well. It can more easily draw conclusions about the world and human society in general. The topic provided by the human is the meaning of life. Interesting topic. Here is my rather lengthy response. History is a record of the past, blah, 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 and it just comes through. And then they go ahead and do another one. So they could even go deeper on this one and do like 4 or 5 more examples to really, really spice this up. But you can see this one, the topic was enjoying work. The topic provided by the human is enjoying work to the fullest. Enjoying the full extent of what comes with the name of work is a luxury that most people cannot afford to indulge in. Some people may enjoy the physical aspect of their job. These people tend to get high on the adrenaline experience due to the physical activity involved while they are. It's just insane that a computer is doing this. They're going off like crazy, and they're writing 2 giant paragraphs based on one little simple. A little simple thing that we've just inputted here, 5 words, and it's coming up with 200 words of content. Pretty insane. So when you create a prompt, it will show up in here, right? I still have a little bit of work to do on mine. When I click on here, I was having some issues, getting some errors and stuff. So I will have to dive in and learn a little bit more. But I'm sure that if I put in another 15, 20 minutes into this, I'll have one up and running. But this is the best way to get started, is using the community showcase, where you have all these prompts right here already ready to go. So you can really test out the software, and then you can go in and start building your own And then the playground is where you actually go in and actually do all your stuff as far as like adjusting the code. And this is where you put in your APIs. Remember, GPT-J comes with it unlimited. So right off the bat, this one will already automatically be checkmarked for you, and you can get started right away. But you can add these other ones if you want to as well. So that is Riku. It is live on AppSumo right now. You can click the link below. It is going for a really, really good price, $49, and it's unlimited GPT-J technology. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like this software? I can see the potential that you can actually build this out. You could actually build out, I mean, here's just a thought. I mean, just kind of just to let you know the value of this. What you could do, if you really wanted to, you could actually build a site, right? And say, Philosophy AI or something like that. Philosophy.ai, right? And you could go and build this whole software out based on AI that specializes in the philosophical output, like this one right here. You could take, obviously you could grab this and this is part of what you're supposed to do with the software. You can actually export this code, right? So obviously come in here, don't just copy this person's whatever they came up with, maybe add to it, change it around or whatever, but this is open. Like you can read the terms of service. This is actually allowed in this software. Come in here, create your own tool, create your own input, and then you can export this code, right? So then you have all this code. This is what's really going on in the background. Look at all that code. You can go curl or you can go Python code. Now you can go and either do this yourself if you're a coder, or go hire someone on Upwork and go and actually, probably for a few $1,000 you can outsource this into a tool. Of course, you're going to have API built in there. Maybe you just build this as a GPT-J for the time being. And then you have this actual software tool that you could actually go out there and sell it for 20 or $30 a month, something like that. So there's so many things that you could do with this tool that I'm seeing that you could actually go out and make money from this. And that's just a side note from the fact that you can actually just use this for your own business to create exact prompts that you need in your exact niche. If you're writing in a specific like travel niche, you could come in here and write blog intros specifically for if you have a specific way that you write your blog intros for, a best 10, fun beaches in blank, right? Well, you write a prompt inside of Riku that specializes in just travel, and you're going to get better outputs than you're going to get on most of the other tools out there. Now, I guess before I leave, I will also, to bring us back to, ground level with the other apps that are out there, my recent ones like Brainwork and things like that, they are going to take a bit of this technology right here, but they're going to go to town on it, on creating the best workflows for long form content and blogging. And so do I think that this fully replaces what, Jasper is doing and what Brainwork is doing and what PepperType is doing and what Writer is doing and all those tools? Absolutely not, because they've gone out and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on the actual site itself, on the way that they're pulling this information. So essentially, this is kind of a good look behind the doors and peeling the onion back on what's going on behind the scenes. I dove into this and tried to create a prompt, and I got errors and I had a hard time. Some of you will jump into this within 5 minutes and you'll have a really cool prompt and understand it right away. If you're techie, this is going to be really good for you. If you're not that techie and you just want things to have a beautiful platform and just work, then maybe this tool isn't going to be a great solution for you. And that's why we have those other tools, because they went out and did all this hard work for you. They did go out there and actually, build a software that essentially goes out and pulls the technology and pulls the AI from you. For you, right? So that's just kind of to bring it back to level ground. And yes, I think that there's advantages to this, and there's also disadvantages if you don't want to get into the weeds on learning how to create your own prompts. So you have to be careful. So this tool is not for everybody. and it won't have as much of a mass appeal as some of those other tools, is kind of like what the point I'm trying to make. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button. It really helps out. Also, make sure you subscribe to LearnWire so you don't miss out on my next review. And until next time, take care.